Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? Oh man, I am super ticked, let me tell you. Oh, I'll tell you after this. Well, I've shot a lot of videos, okay, with my cameras and stuff, used a lot of SD cards. Pretty darn good luck until today. I shot over an hour video for you, installing these 8-foot lights in the back garage here. Show you that in a minute. I'm gonna have to go over everything again, I guess. And everything seemed fine, just as normal, no sweat. And I was walking up to the house there. I was all done walking up to the house, and I got a thing on my camera. I can go into the thing and it tells me, you know, how many minutes total I've shot today and stuff and blah blah blah. It was like 59 minutes and something. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So then I finished off my, you know, well, thanks for watching today, tubes, blah 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 blah. We'll talk at you tomorrow, blah blah blah. You know, finished all that off. All good. Seemed normal. Get up to the house, pull my SD card out, put it in the card reader on my computer there. And it says, you must format this disk or this media to be able to use it. I'm like, what? What? Okay, I'm pretty sure it was working before and I've used it before and it's been fine before. But all of a sudden now it tells me, nope, you cannot access this media until it's formatted. I'm like, well, I guess that's no good. So I thought, well, I'll try it on the other computer there too. And nope, same thing. You must format this media if you wanted to be able to access it. I'm like, oh, great. So I'm like, well, that's shot. But anyways, let's put the door down. So I was up and down my ladder all morning and stuff. You know, up, down, run another cord over here to the big feller lights. I got two 8-foot lights here. Put them together, you know, and then run the cord from this one to that one, kind of thing. So when I turn my light on here now, it's wicked super bright. So we got lots of brightness here now. So let's turn it off. So there's, you know, that's just a bit of the window. So turn it on, we're wicked super bright. So now I'm thinking of putting maybe a couple more, or replacing maybe a couple of these. Actually, I changed bulbs. I think these bulbs were fine, but I did change this set of bulbs here with some brand new ones and compared them after they've warmed up for a minute or two, compared them to those crappy ones back there. They're the same kind of Daylight Deluxe ones, but I guess over time the lights go kind of wonky, you know, and they start getting dimmer and stuff. So I can even see a difference now between where am I here? Between this one and this one, but you won't be able to see it too well probably on the thing. But anyways, we added those in and got them all wired up and stuff, and I got zapped once because I forgot to turn the power off while I was doing it. But anyways, I was, you know, had the ladder up here and I was way up there and doing the crap up in there and joining it all together, and it seemed to come out pretty good. So oh, that ticks me off because I filmed like quite a bit of doing it, you know, and all the wiring and stuff and all that crap, and screwed. But anyways, what can you do? There's not much we can do about her now. She is gone. But anyways, yeah, what do you do? Well, anyways, I did a little thing too that I showed you my box of electrical stuff. I think yesterday I mentioned I was going to do that. So I don't know, it's nothing too exciting, but there's some of the older style clips that you clip the wires on with. I used a little bit different kind now. I'll show you those in a sec. I must have used this box or something else at one time, and I got some two-stroke carburetor parts and stuff still in here, and you know, the gaskets and washers and stuff, and some pretty sweet jigsaw blades, even though I don't think I even have a jigsaw anymore that I remember. But this side has got just some miscellaneous screws and junk and stuff, and stuff from the years. I guess I've used this box for more than kind of one thing, but she's pretty well my full-time electrical box now. And I got some spare ones of these things, you know, the plug deweys and some of these metal boxes and stuff for, you know, garagey kind of stuff. So stuff like that. Lots of good fun. A couple of switches here and there. I thought I was going to have to run maybe another switch. I thought, I'll just run these lights off of the one Dewey. So she seems to work pretty good. And yeah, so that's my electrical box. Box of electrical parts and bits and stuff. So I got one like this, and I got one for plumbing stuff too, but it's up at the house. That's another nightmare. I'll show you that when we do get back up there. So, but anyhow, yeah, I don't know what else I was gonna do, but now these are way up too high. I can't reach them. Okay, got them. These are the little clip Deweys here that they're using now, and they're a little nicer because the other ones are a bit of a nightmare sometimes. But these ones have a fairly nice long nail, so you can actually hold it and then hammer them on, and then once you get them started, they hammer on pretty good. So that's for that. That's for that, and I don't know what else I was doing this morning, but she's going to be a little shorter than she was this morning. But anyways, yeah, that's the empty box there. We had to put them all together and stuff. Like, they're pretty much disassembled when you get them, and then the let me zoom in on one here. Those little things the light bulbs push onto there, you got to clip them into the one piece there, and then snap this thing on the end. This thing with the round hole in it, you got to snap that in. And up underneath there, there's a couple of plates you got to put on after. There's the clip thingies there. So they got to clip in, and they clip into the bottom piece underneath. So it went pretty good actually, but man, that really ticks me off that happened. But I am still thinking of maybe getting a couple of more 8s. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna run any down the walls or not. I might just maybe replace a couple of these ones with 8s, so they'll go from whatever over to here somewhere, you know, so she'll make a lot more light and stuff. These things fire out quite a bit more light, I think, than these 4s do here. But when I put these 4s up, that's all I could get was 4s. Home Hardware didn't seem to stock the 8s, so I don't know why, but so I only got 4s. But I could maybe replace a couple of them. I was thinking even doing a Dewey like this again, where you kind of overlap them a bit, put 2 there maybe, but I don't know, we'll see. I had a spool. I'm trying to think all the things I did this morning. I had a spool. This was my spool of wire, 14-2 wire, and that's all I got left out of her, what was left on that roll. So that's, you know, not too bad. We didn't do too bad with that. That seemed to come out pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to run any more, but I do have some more up at the house. I do believe there was some that was in that box this morning that I kind of forgot to put back in. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, I was up and down the ladder quite a few times, and you know, I had my screw gun going, zipping those things up there, and all seemed to go well. But man, that ticks me off that happened. But anyways, it's the first time, I guess. But I reformatted the card, and then it would let me read it, but of course everything's gone then, you know, so that does kind of suck. But the first thing we did this morning too is I had to go out to the shed to get that big ladder. The new shed, it was out buried in there, and that was a trek in its own, and I ain't doing it again. And we got the door open enough I could squeeze through. We tried to fire up Dilly's bike, didn't seem to want to go. I don't know if it was just too cold or what the deal was, but it would kind of and then quit again, you know. So I don't know. The ATV fired right up the way she went because fuel injected. You know, it's super nice fuel injected, so it went no problem. Didn't even hesitate, just away she went, you know, so that's good. Battery's up good and stuff on that, so there is absolutely no way I can get it out of the shed right now, so don't ask for a wintertime four-wheel ATV drive, because it ain't gonna happen. I was literally up to my knees walking down to that shed trying to get down to it, so eventually I barreled through it and got the door open and got in there and got the ladder out, and that was about it. So she's going to take a pile of melting, I think, to get her back to where she should be. So I'm just kind of hoping it's not all in one melt. Oh man, that would suck. That'd be a flood like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, literally it was snow up to my knees. So that's a fairly deep bit of snow there, you know. But anyhow, we walked up to the house, I guess, after we were all done and checked the mailbox, and there was a little package in the mailbox, so we're gonna have a look at that package again. Mind you, it's already opened, but some of the stuff I got from Rock Auto, it was here today. There should be another one coming, the stuff for the truck. This was for the car. I got something for the car too that I figure should probably be done, because I've never done it, and it's probably never been done since it's been brand new, no doubt. So, but be interesting to see when we get to that, to take them out and see what happens, but see what they look like. But anyways, can't really think of anything else. It's just no way I'm taking those lights down and re-putting them back up. I am super sorry. But that was a lot of work this morning, and it's like quite a bit hotter up there too. Oh, I remember one thing I gotta show you too. It was quite a bit hotter up on the top of that ladder because heat rises, right? So, but anyways, when I was up on the ladder, noticing quite a few things. Oh, we're gonna go now. It's up here somewhere. Anyways, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. I guess this happens kind of quite a bit. I think we're right about here. See, like a hole kind of thing there, and then there's all this black turd stuff here. That's like mouse turds. And I think this one spot here is like a pee-pee spot or a dead spot or something died and whatever in there, you know. But it's like, oh really? Frickin' mice in everywhere here. Like, really? I guess they just love living in this stuff, you know. Even, where the heck am I here? Up a little higher. Probably gonna be too much glare. Yeah, there's too much glare, but there's a couple of turds laying down in there too. So I'm like, really? Well, you don't really notice it until you get up there and look at it, right? So actually, if we climb up the ladder here, we might be able to look a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Yeah, so there's that spot there, and looks like they've made quite a mess up and through here, and there's a couple more turds and stuff there too, right? So it's like, oh no. But I did see something else interesting while I was up here I'm gonna have to probably look into. My door, I guess, is just so heavy that this door opener is working, but it's pulling such a heavy door that they didn't really secure it too well. They should have put a screw in there too when they put it on, because it's actually like bent this plate now, it looks like too, where it's been pulling on. And yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't put a screw there. That's so stupid. But I don't even know if I have any of those screws, because they're probably just shorties, right? Because they don't poke through. They're only probably about this long. So I probably don't have any of those, but yeah, not too crazy or happy about that. But it should also probably have a couple more down further too, right? Like to really hold her on good, but that's really not good that they've left it like that. Man, oh man. Up here and everything looks okay though. They've got lots of screws on that. Although they really had to build her up, I guess, to make her fit, but you know, that's alright. It works, so. But what a mess. Oh man, oh well. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's still working fine, but I don't know. I mean, those screws aren't very long. They're going to end up tearing right out of that, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to have to build like another bigger bracket and probably even weld it onto this, take this piece off, weld it on, and then reattach it to this thing. Like, what a nightmare. But anyhow, have you ever seen a garage door work when you're this close? Neither have I. I don't know if I want to. I might get my head chopped off. Well, she works. It doesn't seem to be flexing weird or nothing. Of course it's not going to focus. It seems to be alright there, but I don't know, it just does not seem like that's right. If you look at her this way even, she's been pulled out quite a bit. So yeah, not sure if I like that or not. But anyhow, I'm going to get down, because I've been up this ladder enough this morning and straddling stuff and just to get some more lights. But I'll tell you, she's a lot brighter. But anyways, I guess again we'll head back up to the house, and hopefully this card's not screwed, because that really ticked me off. Let me tell you that one. Holy, it's like I've used this card before. It's not new. but would not let me touch it at all, do anything with it until it was formatted. I'm like, really? It worked in the camera fine. Of course, I put it back in the camera, and it says, oh, invalid card format or something like that. I'm like, what? It just worked. Oh, I don't know. It's one of them things, eh? But it happens, I guess. And so far, like I say, I've been pretty lucky, and this is the first time I've really lost a big hunk of data, but I don't know, it happens, I guess. But anyways, I guess let's head her back up to the house there, and we'll see what came in that package. And I did mention something too this morning about maybe starting to work on the bigger loader bucket, and I want to use that mount plate off that other plow that we were using originally there that kept blowing apart on us. That mount plate there would work good for mounting on the back of one of the buckets, and I could just hook right to it and away we go, right? It should work. Make it a bit taller bucket, but that's okay. But anyways, we got to kind of get that out. I was going to maybe do that tomorrow, get her out, and then peel off the stuff I put on it, and separate the plow from that mount bracket thing again, and the skid steer mount bracket, and then go from there with it. So we still got lots of building yet to do, though, you know, and it's going to take probably a few days to get something actually cut up and put together, because it's going to be a fairly big bucket. There's going to be some fairly heavy pieces. And I actually got to find my lifter Dewey. It's somewhere, it was in the back there. I'm not 100% sure where it is now, but when I used it last, actually, I was moving these pieces over. I think we slid these pieces over here, so maybe it actually could have fallen down and behind for all I know. And how do you ever find it now? Because how do you move these things out without them falling all over you? Ugh. I mean, it's a red piece of metal. It could be way down back inside of there somewhere. I'm not too sure, but I kind of, sort of need it, you know. But this stuff, actually, we're not going to use for the bucket. I don't think. It was going to be more like this piece of stuff back here. Oh, let me think now. This was 1/4 inch. I think that's 1/4. I got another 1/8 inch there, and then there's an 1/8 inch there. I think I was going to do it out of that 1/8 inch stuff. And I'm kind of thinking we're going to have to probably make some gussety pieces, like, I know it's hard to see, but that triangular piece that we used for the whatchamacallit, separating bucket we built there. We're going to have to build something like that for it to go in the middle, I think, to give her a little more support. Probably better to do that than nothing. But anyways, we'll figure that out when we get to her. We'll have to try to find her shop again tomorrow and go from there. So anyways, let's head her up to the house. So of course it's snowing again, but anyways, yeah, we're gonna have to see if we can dig that out tomorrow. Maybe bring her inside and get the plow separated from the bracket thing, and then I probably don't need that top piece thingy now. I can probably chop that off, see how it looks on the front, and then maybe I can weld that directly onto the bucket. That might work actually pretty good. We might have to strip her down and stuff a bit, but we'll get her figured out. We do have the tools and the technology to tackle a project of this kind. But anyways, let's hit her up to the house. Oh, so look, I got a package in the mail today from Rock Auto. Imagine that. Okay, let's break it open. Oh, look. Whoops. Here's what we got. It's just ticking me off. I have to do this all again, you know, but that's okay. Anyways, yeah, I got some iridium spark plugs, Bosch spark plugs for the car, because I don't imagine they've probably ever been done, changed, or whatever. These are quite a spark plug. They're quite a long thread in it, so I kind of hope those are the right ones. But anyways, if you have a look at the end electrode here, if she'll focus, or not. It's got kind of a neat electrode on it, and then there's the center electrode there. That's the iridium sparky one, right? So I got 6 of them. This is a V6, so we'll have to throw those fellers in. And you're probably wondering what this funny looking thing is here. Well, our bathtub shower thingy upstairs, the tap thingy screwed up, and then when you turn it, it's kind of one of those ones where it's off, and then you turn it cold and then over to hot, and you know, it's kind of back and forth. The hot screwed up, so you turn it to hot or cold, and as soon as you start going into hot, it shuts off. So you'd have to like wiggle it, wiggle it, and then boom, and it finally let go, and then she starts working. But so I gotta switch that, and it's gonna be a freaking nightmare because this is absolutely buried in our closet in the back side of the whatchamacallit. So I gotta get the other one cut off and then get it all measured up, because the two that come up, there's two supply lines. I'll go this way. Two supply lines that come up in the 90 in. This one goes up to your shower, and then this one goes down to your bathtub spout thing. So if you pull your bathtub spout thing up, it shuts that off and then forces it straight up to your shower head. So we have to do that someday. I'm kind of really not looking forward to it, but because I don't mind doing the plumbing, it's just a freaking nuisance. But anyways, we'll get her done. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow, like I say, we'll get working on that thingy, getting her separated or something, and then seeing what we got to do to strip that thing off, and the mount bracket I'm mentioning there. So, but we'll do that tomorrow and carry on for today. But anyways, we'll talk at you tomorrow. And I do apologize, it's probably not an hour video like it was this morning, but if the card didn't screw up, it would have been. So, it happens, I guess. But anyways, have a good day. We'll talk at you tomorrow.